Black Panther is now in theaters around the world, and it's doing Marvel Studios proud. It's both a critical and commercial success, and it's turned T'Challa into a mainstream pop culture icon. One thing that surprised a lot of people about it was the fact that the Soul Stone was nowhere to be seen. Most people expected it to be one of Wakanda's many secrets, but it simply wasn't there. So where the heck is it? In this video, we'll run you through some theories regarding where it could be hiding in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's the best way of keeping up to date with all of Screen Rant's great new content. And during the video, can you count how many times Tony Stark randomly appears? Stick around until the end to find out if you counted correctly.
Then the universe exploded into existence, and the remnants of these systems were forged into concentrated ingots. Infinity Stone.
So, the MCU's elusive Soul Stone. What's up with that? Of course, we don't want to completely rule out the possibility of it being in Wakanda just yet. There still is a chance it could be revealed as being one of the fictional nation's many secrets.
How much more are you hiding? Hold up!
But you have to imagine it isn't there, given that the advanced nature of the country's technology was explained as being due to their vibranium supply and the unrivaled excellence of their scientists. Shuri, we're looking at you in particular.
Let's go!
Thanos certainly has his forces attack Wakanda in Avengers Infinity War. That's been made extremely clear in the trailers. But perhaps that's simply because Vision has been taken there in an attempt to keep him safe. So where else could the Soul Stone be? We certainly have a few theories. Of course, for a few years now, a lot of MCU fans believe that Heimdall is in possession of the powerful item.
Heimdall, I know it's been a while, but I could really use a fast exit. Heimdall?
The former gatekeeper of Asgard has the ability to see and hear anybody across the 9 realms at any given time, regardless of where he or she is. In the MCU, where he's played by the awesome Idris Elba, Heimdall once described his ability by saying,
"From here I could see 9 realms and 10 trillion souls."
Which led people to believe his power comes from the Soul Stone, which would also explain the orange tint in his eyes, as that's what color the Soul Stone is expected to be.
The eternal flame. Want to see what true power really looks like?
This next theory suggests that the Eternal Flame, the item used to empower Surtur and destroy Asgard in 2017's Thor Ragnarok, could in fact turn out to be the Soul Stone. Think about it, it's orange, which we know the Soul Stone will be, and Hela also used it to resurrect an army of dead warriors, which would suggest it has soul-based powers.
With the eternal flame, you are reborn.
Moreover, the Infinity Stones have come in various forms thus far in the MCU. The Aether is a liquidy substance, for example, so there's no reason the Soul Stone couldn't come in the form of fire.
And I went searching through the cosmos for some magic, colorful Infinity Stone things. Didn't find any.
Prior to catching up with Thor's spaceship in the mid-credit scene of Thor Ragnarok, Thanos may have stopped off at the wreckage of Asgard to collect the Soul Stone, maybe even showing his might by killing Surtur in the process. The trailer for Avengers Infinity War didn't show it as being in the Infinity Gauntlet by the time Thanos appeared on screen, but it could easily be edited in later to prevent spoilers.
Lost my hammer?
Why?
You're not even listening!
Don't kick stuff!
Speaking of Infinity War, this year's Avengers outing will see Thor wielding a brand new weapon, courtesy of the dwarves of Nidavellir. It's assumed the God of Thunder will travel with Rocket and Groot to the Dwarves' Forge to acquire a replacement for Mjolnir, which was, of course, a warhammer of incredible power, prior to Hela casually destroying it in Thor Ragnarok.
Hammer?
And when I spun it really, really fast, it gave me the ability to fly.
You rode a hammer?
No, I didn't ride the hammer.
The hammer rode you on your back?
No, I used to spin it really fast, and it would pull me off.
Oh my god, the hammer pulled you off.
With that in mind, and bearing in mind the incredibly powerful villain he'll be up against in Infinity War, this new weapon will have to be pretty powerful itself. A standard axe just won't cut it. This theory suggests that the Soul Stone might be with the dwarves, who will use it to empower Thor's new weapon, which is believed by many to be the MCU version of Stormbreaker.
Every time I threw it, it would always come back to me.
Sounds like you had a pretty special and intimate relationship with this hammer, and that losing it was almost comparable to losing a loved one.
It's a nice way of putting it.
Of course, as well as Thanos, there's one other individual in the MCU who we know is trying to get his hands on all 6 Infinity Stones, and that individual is Benicio del Toro's Collector.
I present to you Tanelier Tevan, the Collector.
He's already got the Aether, and in the mid-credit scene of 2013's Thor outing, he said he wanted the other 5.
1 down. 5 to go.
Perhaps he's acquired the Soul Stone off-screen since then. It wouldn't be a surprise given that he's literally called the Collector. We already know Thanos will pay him a visit in Infinity War. Maybe that visit will allow him to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and come away with both the Aether and the Soul Stone.
Best not to walk the streets wearing an Infinity Stone.
A what?
You might have a gift for the mystic arts, but you still have much to learn.
In 2016's Doctor Strange movie, we saw that the Time Stone, otherwise known as the Eye of Agamotto, had been in the hands of the Masters of the Mystic Arts for some time, and that it was being stored in Kamar Taj until Doctor Strange could learn how to fully control it. Who's to say that the Soul Stone isn't in the possession of the Masters of the Mystic Arts as well? There are 3 sanctums around the world, each of which are home to skilled sorcerers, and there's every chance one of them could have it. The Soul Gem is the closest of the Infinity Gems to being a mystic relic in the Marvel Comics universe, so it certainly makes sense for that to be the case in the MCU, and it would give Thanos further incentive to invade Earth in Avengers Infinity War if the planet was home to yet another Infinity Stone.
Impeccable, both physically and mentally. We control the DNA of our progeny, germinating them in birthing pods.
I guess I prefer to make people the old-fashioned way.
One of the more likely and interesting theories regarding the possible whereabouts of the Soul Stone has barely been spoken of, but it could be in the hands of the Sovereign. They were the golden race of people in 2017's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and most pertinently, they were the people who were shown to have created Adam Warlock in one of the movie's many mid-credit scenes.
It's a new type of birthing pod, man?
That, my child, is the next step in our evolution. More powerful, more beautiful. I think I shall call him Adam.
In the comics, Warlock is very strongly associated with the Soul Stone, and it would seem he's going to be far more powerful than any previous sovereign being in the MCU. So there must be something special about the way in which he was created. Could it be that the Soul Stone was used to make him? The character isn't set to appear in Avengers Infinity War, but he could very well appear in its sequel as the final potential piece in Thanos' puzzle. Although which side the character will actually end up fighting on remains to be seen.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
The possibility that Thanos might have had it all along shouldn't be ruled out either. We know he already had the Mind Stone in his possession, given that he bequeathed it to Loki in 2012's Avengers movie.
He who put the scepter in your hand, who gave you ancient knowledge and new purpose when you cast out, defeated.
I was a king.
So perhaps he's had the Soul Stone waiting in the wings to do something similar going forward. Maybe, for example, the Black Order's weapons are powered by it in the same way Loki's staff was. It would certainly negate the need to cram even more scenes into an already packed Avengers Infinity War if the Mad Titan turned up with one of the Infinity Stones already acquired.
Fake.
Most of the stuff in here is fake.
Weak. Smaller than I thought it would be. That's not bad.
There's also every chance that it could be in the hands of someone we've never even met yet. Maybe Namor has it in Atlantis, or perhaps Pip the Troll is teleporting around space with it for the sole purpose, no pun intended, of keeping it out of Thanos' hands. Or maybe it's in the possession of a cosmic entity, just like so many of the Infinity Gems have been in the comics and the past stories.
Oh, man. Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, at that time, I was a Federal Express man.
Someone like the In-Betweener, the Gardener, the Living Tribunal, or even Galactus could have it, now that the characters formerly owned by Fox can be brought into the MCU.
Wolverine, play nice. Spider-Man, you're the stowaway. So stop picking fights with a man that has the world's sharpest knives on his hands.
What? You can't be. So I'm the third wheel here?
With that last point in mind, wouldn't it be cool to see it revealed as being in the hands of the X-Men or Fantastic Four? Not that we think that will happen, it's less of a theory and more of a pipe dream, but what a great reveal that would be.
The stones call for someone to truly wield them. Only I am worthy of that. The Infinity Gauntlet, ultimate power. now mine!
And that's the end of our video. Did you enjoy it? Where do you think the Soul Stone is in the MCU? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And the number of times Tony Stark randomly appeared was... We hope you had fun counting. Bye for now.